Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how to collapse space and time, manifesting as a sure thing. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I want to hit manifesting and overcoming this idea of space and time. There really are two things that keep us from our manifestations. Two beliefs, hear this, two beliefs that separate us from all we dream of, our biggest desires, our biggest dreams, everything that we want. What are those? The first one is the belief that we're separate from our desire, that we're separate from our dream, that we're separate from what I want, from what we want. That somehow our desire is somewhere out there in the 3D world. The other thing is time, believing that the desire is somewhere in the future. So today I want to talk about how to collapse space and time and manifest your desire. Move in to that space where it is. Move in to that time where it is. So let's talk about this. The separation of space and time. Neville Goddard, this is big. Neville Goddard points to this law. This is a law of physics. This is a known law. This is knowledge that two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. Hear this, because this is the key to manifesting your dreams, to overcoming, to collapsing time and space, in making there, here, in making then, now, making the future present. Yeah? Two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. Therefore, if you get in your wish fulfilled, if you think from the end, if you are feeling that desire as being here now, then it must replace, it must supplant the objective reality that you were previously attached to. Hear this, it's big. Right? If two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time, once you move into that desired state, once you feel it to be true, once you feel that you're occupying that space and occupying that time, then that old you, that old occupied state has to vanish and has to be supplanted by that new state, that new desire. Neville Goddard really provides the blueprint for this in the story of Isaac and his two sons, Esau and Jacob. Esau being the older son, who is the first son, who is to receive the blessing, the birthright, right? The right of birth. And the second son, Jacob. And this is what Neville says. My desire is a point in time and space removed from the present. Hear this. It's a point of time in space removed from the present. So you've got to sense it, feel it, and make it real and natural to you. And so Neville provides the blueprint how to do it in the story of Isaac and his two sons. Isaac, as you remember, or you may not remember, in the Bible, he's blind. So he cannot see. He's getting up there in the years, and before he moves on in his death transition, in that transition, he wants to bless his first son, Esau. So he sends Esau away to hunt venison and to bring it back, and then he'll give him promises him his blessing. When Jacob, the second son, overhears this, that he's sending Esau away to hunt venison, and therefore comes up with a scheme, kills a kid, kills one of the flock of Isaac, and then cooks it all up, right? Makes it delicious, and then takes the coat, the animal fur, and puts it over his skin. Because remember, Jacob is the smooth-skinned lad. He's the second son, right? And then he goes to his father, and the father and Isaac says, Esau, is that you? Come closer so I can feel you. And feels him, and then gives him the blessing, believing that Jacob is the first son. And then Esau returns from his hunting, learns of the deception, and goes to his father Isaac, but you've made a mistake. That was Jacob. And of course, Isaac says it's already done. The blessing is received. And then, so Jacob gets it. So what's the purpose of this story? Well, this is big. Isaac, being the father, is your awareness. It's awareness of being. Esau is your objective reality now. That rough objective reality, what seems very real. And then Jacob, the second son, the smooth-skinned lad, is your desire, is your subjective state. Esau being the objective state, Jacob being the subjective state. So when the first step, so what are the steps? The first step then is to take your attention away from or off of your objective reality, off your present state. Send Esau hunting, right? Send him hunting. Send that objective reality away. The second step then is to make there, here, collapse space and time. Feel yourself into the space or the place where you think that desire, where you imagine that desire to be. Bring it to a time where you imagine that desire to be manifested. Once you do that, then Isaac calls Jacob closer. Call your desire closer. Feel that state as if it were already there, as if it was already here in your reality, as if that desire is already manifested. Feel that desire is true. Once you do that, once you fix that conscious state and make it real by what? By touch, by feeling it to be true. Remember, Isaac feels it, right? Isaac's blind. He can't see his objective reality anymore, right? He has to feel the subjective reality. You have to feel that as true. Once you do that, now you've established that subjective state. When Esau returns, or when you open your eyes to the objective reality, you can't take it back. It's already done. Your desire is already manifest. It's already done. It's sure to manifest now in 3D reality. It's created. The creation's done, meaning that you've given birth to that new desire, or given the birthright to, or Isaac gave the right of birth to Jacob, the new desire. That's the story, guys. That's how you do it. You got to sense it, feel it as real and natural. Make the there, here, in the future now. Remove your attention from the objective world, right? And then that subjective state, that Jacob, the smooth-skinned lad, that subjective state supplants the objective state, your present reality. Just like Jacob supplanted Esau, right, of the objective state. By touch, right? How did he do it? By touch. Consciously fix that natural time and place for the realization of your desire. This is what Neville Goddard says. Consciously fix that time and place. This is how you get over time and place. You've got to feel it into reality. You've got to put yourself there, right? Contemplate it. Mentally draw that subjective state to you. Once you're in that space and time, it's yours. Now it's just a matter of walking in that state, carrying that faith that it's done. Remember, guys, that faith is really knowledge, right? This is law. Two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. That law is knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is faith. Have faith that two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. And that means your desire must manifest. That's the story. This is how you collapse space and time and manifesting as a sure thing. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, and like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. Follow us on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Karen, our website at tomkaren.com or besomethingwonderful.com, or write me anytime at info@besomethingwonderful.com. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, this is Tom with great love.